Hi guys, so it is Monday morning and I am doing another vlog. It's gonna be a mashup of a bunch of different stuff. I want to organize this closet because it is a disaster, and I'm also going to be showing you my homemade cheesy bacon potato soup that I'm going to be cooking in the crock pot. You could also do it in the stovetop as well, just in a normal pot, but I don't have one big enough that is going to work. So I'm going to show you how to make that, and then I'm also going to be doing this fun little cookie kit. It's like one of those stacked cookie kits that comes with sprinkles and a couple of things of icing from Betty Crocker. It's one of these things right here. The Christmas tree cookie stack. So we're going to be doing this today and just getting stuff done around the house. Of course, there's always cleaning, there's always housework to do, and I just wanted to start this vlog off with a little intro. Sorry I look like crap, that's mom life. And let's just dive into the video. Of course, I gotta start the video off with some baby love. So I have these books attached to the actual rocker just for something else for her to do. This one crinkles, but then it also has the high contrast patterns and the red, white, and black colors in it. So that's a book in here that I keep. And then this right here is crinkly, and I keep it right here because she makes contact with it. She kicks it and hits it with her hands, so I like that she can feel the different textures. And then it has these fun colorful tags around it, and then it also squeaks. So she has just a couple of different things to do in this seat, and then it also vibrates. So I've talked about this once before. I know it may sound like she's always in a seat or I'm not holding her, but believe me, that is not true. She just keeps entertained in here for a while I get stuff done around the house, and it's safe. She can't roll over yet. She doesn't move. She pretty much just sits in here. So I keep her in this, and she's safe and warm and happy. I just fed her a 4-ounce bottle and changed her diaper. Hi. Hi. Hi, baby. So it also makes noise, and she likes looking at the different objects that hang and the vibration. So she's ready to go down for her second nap of the day. She took a nap a little earlier, but I'm ready for her to take a nap now. I'm just waiting for her to get a little more tired. Are you gonna get sick? Got some formula. You got some formula. Right now I am working on laundry. I'm almost done. And I still gotta make the bed. The bed looks like a complete mess, and then I do have a ton of baby clothes again to fold, but this is what I really want to work on. So I have a ton of stuff up here, some of which I can actually keep up here, but it is a disaster in here. I have shoes that are just thrown on top of one another. I have these suitcases that need to be organized, all of these clothes. I don't want to get rid of these clothes, but they don't fit me yet. And it's kind of disappointing looking at clothes that don't fit. But I also have this section over here that's messy. All my aesthetic stuff goes here, so I do have to unload my car today at some point to kind of organize this area. And then this is all of my boyfriend's clothes just thrown here. I also have some holiday stuff at the top that I don't really want in here, but in order to keep it away from the cats, I kind of have to. And then this is where I keep all of my clothes that I don't hang up. And look at this, like everything's overflowing. Nothing's folded anymore. Bras and underwear just thrown in there. I want everything off of the floor. I want some organization here because everything's just kind of thrown around. I want to clean these off with some Pledge just to kind of get the dust out of here. And then of course rearrange this stuff and try to find new homes for this stuff, because I want the closet to be used for clothes and shoe storage and not just a bunch of random stuff. So I may have to keep some of this stuff in here, but for the most part, I just really want to rearrange this area. All right, so the first step is getting either a bagged thing of potatoes that are already diced, but I actually just got 2 russet potatoes and cut them into chunks, pretty small chunks, but they pretty much vary. Some are a little bit bigger than others, but I did cut up 2 large potatoes. I think this is going to be enough for 2 people with leftovers. And you're going to pour all of the potatoes into the crock pot. And that's gonna be the very first thing that you put down into the crock pot. Next, you're gonna add in 2 14-ounce cans of chicken broth, just to cover the potatoes. You could also substitute this for veggie broth if you're vegetarian. And you're gonna take 1 can of cream of chicken condensed soup. And this is pretty much gonna be the starter to the soup itself, along with salt and pepper. And I'm gonna be taking onion powder instead of actually adding in an onion. And I'm gonna be taking some garlic powder as well. I'm also gonna be adding in about 2 tablespoons of butter. This is all personal choice, but I want it to kind of simmer and cook on low for the next 4 to 5 hours and kind of gain some more flavor. So I'm gonna add in just 2 tablespoons and let it cook until the veggies are tender. All right, so after it's cooked, either on low for 5 to 6 hours or on high for 3 to 4, I'm going to take my spoon and start kind of chopping the potatoes once they are like tender. And you want there to be chunks, but I like kind of breaking them up a little bit more. And then to actually make it thicker, I am going to take a whole block of cream cheese. This is just the Kroger brand. And add that into the crock pot. I'm gonna get this all over my hands, but it's fine. And you're going to let that melt for about 30 minutes or until it's just completely melted throughout. I'm also gonna add more salt and pepper. And I'm also going to add in 1/2 cup of shredded cheese. All right, so I set my oven to 400 degrees to preheat, and I lined a baking sheet with foil, and I'm going to crisp up some bacon. I'm just gonna use 5 pieces of this Jimmy Dean hickory smoked bacon, and a lot of people will add this into the soup, but I like it to be crunchy for a garnish on top, along with cheese and sour cream. And I'm gonna cook up 5 pieces, enough for me and my boyfriend, and this will be what we put on top of our soup. And you guys will see the finished product in just a few minutes. I love cooking my bacon like this. It's a mess-free kind of situation. You cook it for about 15 or 20 minutes in the oven until it gets crispy, or however you like it really, but crispy is how I like it. And then we're gonna cut it up and crumble it to go on top of the soup. So I just stuck the bacon in at 400 degrees, and I'm gonna put it on for about 15 minutes. It could take a little bit longer, but I went ahead and checked on my soup, and I turned the heat down to warm now that everything is pretty much melted. And it looks pretty runny, and that is okay. If you need to thicken it, you can add cornstarch or flour, and if you need to thin it out, you can add milk. So for me, I don't have that issue, but I am just going to let it sit with the lid off for about 15 minutes while the bacon cooks. And this is pretty much what I'm gonna be using as my garnish: more salt and pepper, sour cream, and then some mild cheddar to top it off. And then we do have some club crackers and saltines, and that is how we are going to garnish everything. And I will show you a bowl when everything is done. All right, so I ended up adding a tablespoon of flour to thicken it up, and it's like the perfect consistency. So I'm going to scoop some out into my bowl. I'm gonna add some cheese to cover the top. Take it over and add in some bacon, which is crispy. And then I'm going to add in a little bit of sour cream. on top of that. And that is my soup recipe. I am making homemade sugar cookies. So I'm beating in the egg and vanilla. And then I already have my dry ingredients here. I will leave both recipes down below in case you guys want to make these. Oops. And now we're gonna slowly start adding in the flour now, which is a little over 2 cups worth. So I don't bake often. I really prefer just cooking. But we got that Betty Crocker kit today, and I realized that it only had the icing and the sprinkles in the kit. Paid $8 for 2 things of icing and sprinkles, and I already had sprinkles here. So that's my life. Having a sifter would be a little bit better for this. It would just take longer. And I'm just mixing everything by hand, getting a good dough together. I preheated my oven to 375, and I have an ungreased baking sheet. Okay, we're just gonna add in the rest here. You want to add it in gradually so that it all properly gets mixed. Right now it looks like flour, but and honestly, I don't know the best tool to tell you to mix this. Once it gets to a certain point, you can actually use your hands to mix it because the dough is so squishy. But I'm pretty much just folding the flour into the mixture now. And then it says that you drop teaspoonful balls of dough onto the pan and they will cook. So I will show you guys that. This would definitely be more festive if you had cookie cutters, but I lost mine in the move, so I'm just gonna do teaspoons. In the end, you're still going to be able to decorate them, so that's all that matters. What are you doing, fam? Fam bam? Is she getting sleepy?
Yeah, I'm just looking for her.
Binky? Say hi to the vlog. Daddy duty.
What it do? What's up, YouTube?
Taste the batter. I'm not the only one that eats raw cookie dough. Sweet, like sugar cookies? Awesome. Alrighty, so this is how the cookies turned out after I baked them. I ended up having to bake them for about 12 or 13 minutes in my oven. They took a little bit longer, but they look super good. They're just crispy enough on the edges and soft in the center, and we're gonna decorate them next with some icing and sprinkles. Alrighty, so I just finished this section. I didn't show you guys a lot of it just because it didn't really take me that long. Other than this not closing, I'm okay with everything. I was able to stick a lot of my stuff in this storage bin that I got from my grandma. And then everything else is just perfectly laid here. I did dust things off, but it still has some stainage on there. And then I do have my massage table. And the cat's sleeping here. I did organize this a little bit more, stuffed more stuff into the suitcase. And then this is all like my spring and summer clothes in here. So everything is pretty much clean the way that I want it to be. I stuck more holiday stuff up there, organized this a little bit more, and the closet is done. Okay guys, so I'm finally getting around to ice these cookies. We have actually eaten most of them, so I'm only going to decorate a couple. I'm not too creative, but also exciting news, my mom did order me a laptop for Christmas, so I'm finally going to have a computer. If you guys didn't know, I literally film and edit off of my iPhone, which isn't in the best condition, and I also edit off of my iPad, and it's just not enough for me. So now I'm going to be able to use my camera and start editing off my computer. So my next step is to get a nice camera, maybe get one off eBay or something, but that is something that is going to be happening very soon. I am so excited to have a laptop again. If you guys didn't know, before when I made videos a couple years ago, which the videos are still on my account, but I had a MacBook and I had a Canon Rebel T3i, I think. I had to sell both. So I am now able to get a laptop. So I'm gonna decorate one of these cookies. I think I'm gonna decorate this one. I have an idea. I wanna do like just a simple basic like candy cane cookie. So we're gonna see how well I can do this. This icing is not the best at all. Alright guys, and that concludes this vlog. The cookie decorating was an absolute fail, okay? That candy cane cookie, I don't know who she is, but thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like it, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel before you go. And we got our first snow, so yay! I hate the cold and I hate driving in it, but it's so pretty. I think we got like 3 inches, so great little start to the holidays, but I will talk to you guys soon.